Hi, I am John Marie Blanco and I am a Globalian. I recommend GIC because here, the students are given enough courage to show what they can do. There is no limit in learning and showcasing talents and creativity. In GIC, there is family. Students will hold each other and stay beside each other till they reach the top.
Hi, my name is Alcina Destala and I'm a Globalian. In GIC, they gave me the most memorable teachers that I also consider as my treasure. They are always there to support us whenever we want or need something, and also they guided us along the journey of being a senior high school student. The way they treated us here in GIC made us feel like we have a brother, sister, or the coolest teacher here in GCIC.
Hi, my name is Maria Pauline Canto and I'm proud that I am a Globalian. Global Innovative College has imparted me many things and it brings out the best and worst in me. It also helped me enhance my skills, and one of the best skills that GIC have imparted me is being a globally competitive student. And by that, I can truly say that I am #Ibang Klase.
Vince Cruz, and I am a Globalian. My passion runs for music, and I would like to share it to everybody. As a Globalian myself, the teachers and the students did boost my confidence and improve my potential. And I really guarantee, no lies, no jokes, it is one of the best experiences I've had in this school. And it is truly unforgettable, and I might say it is a certified #Ibang Klase experience.
Hi, I'm Catherine K.A. Perez and I'm a Globalian. I chose academic track, specifically STEM strand, because I already have a diminutive background about it. And also, the college course that I will be taking is under this strand. Here in GIC, the STEM students are engaged in well-designed laboratory experiences that develops our problem-solving and critical thinking skills.
Hi, I'm Ashley Bratanya and I'm a Globalian. My greatest achievement so far here in GIC was when I became a short film director. I didn't expect that I'll do good or even do something that can make it a beautiful film, since I have no experience at all in directing. I'm truly thankful to be part of that activity in GIC because it didn't just mold my skills, but I also discovered new things to try and what more can I do after I step out from my comfort zone. I really learned a lot from that.
Hi, I'm Samantha Alivio and I'm a Globalian. I would recommend GIC, for it is not a simple and common school. GIC is #Ibang Klase indeed. The 3D educational system really helped me as a student and as an individual. Discover, develop, and direct. GIC helped me to discover my abilities and capabilities as a student and most especially as a leader. GIC worked with me hand in hand to develop my skills. And today, I am in the process of directing, for I won as a GIC Global Supreme Student Association President.
Every day, we always have the opportunity to envision and create our future. Become a steward of life. Someone who serves customer delight and experience. Or be a leader that provides creative solutions to the world. Whatever we want to become, wherever we want to be, we need the right partner that will guide us to discover the best version of ourselves. An innovative partner to develop our inner gifts and a nurturing community that genuinely cares about our life direction. Staying true to its mission, the Global Innovative College, or GIC, is a school partner that is committed to educating the whole person through innovative, state-of-the-art, and globally focused learning experience.
At Global Innovative College, we believe in equipping the next generation of students with the distinct advantage of becoming innovative professional leaders for the global community.
To offer great student experience, GIC combines the spirit of innovation and passion to deliver the right program based on the needs of present time. New learning approaches are implemented in which 21st century learning skills are developed to drive students' engagement, achievement, and preparation for lifelong learning and success.
Are you preparing for higher academics, industry employment, and business engagement? Experience the GCIC Senior High School program now.
GIC Senior High School programs offer the academic track and the tech thought track. These programs develop students to become global learners with critical and right technical skills.
Global Innovative College's Senior High School program embraces 21st century learning framework. Because it's in our name, we are an innovative college. There is a huge challenge for us to prove that innovation is one of the main ingredients of the quality of education that we offer. In GIC, we let the students experience the 3D experience in education. In GIC, we have discover, develop, and direct. We allow students to discover what they can do, their potentials as a human being. In doing so, we believe that we are here to develop their talents and skills. We are here to develop the things that they need to know to be able to thrive in life. And hopefully later on, we'll be able to direct them to what they want to do or what do they aspire after completing grades 11 and 12. So within the 2 years, we are there to actually help them discover, develop, and direct what they want to do in life.
A testament of GIC's academic and non-academic excellence is a roster of top-notch faculty, a mix of academics and industry practitioners who have significant years of teaching and working experience in their respective fields.
The teachers, the staff here are okay. They're very approachable. Hands-on, nakatutok talaga ang mga teachers sa mga estudyante. And minomotivate nila, which is very important for a student.
GCIC is like a big family.
When I was in college, I was also selling paintings because I am an artist as well. So I had my first exhibit here in GCIC, in this building as well. It all started with just a simple sketch and then a simple uploading of my paintings at home. And then the president, Sir Mike Tan, and other school officials discovered that I had this talent. And then they decided to incorporate it in one school activity that I had this first exhibit. And then I was very proud then because they released an article in the newspaper and then my name was there. So that was the first time that I saw my name in the newspaper.
Through its transition program, GIC guides its students to continuously uncover and create new opportunities where they are.
I'm excited to experience the real world of working. I am job ready.
GIC was able to mold me properly into who I am now. 4 years in college, after the graduation, I was ready. I was ready to face and conquer the new journey that I will be embarking on.
I always see myself as an entrepreneur. Business is my game.
A lot of my mentors and my professors would also encourage me na go into business. So they would always tell me, you always have to learn so that you can apply it in business pagtagal when you're in the industry, so that we can be ready whenever we go to the real world.
If it weren't for GIC, hindi ko makukuha kung ano yung nakamit ko ngayon. I just graduated, and to be honest, my achievements, it's not yet that big, but because of GIC, my self-confidence is there, and how I react to other people, how I talk to other people. Kung hindi ako nag-aral dito, feeling ko hindi ako magiging ganito kung ano man ako ngayon.
This school will provide you the platform you need based on the talents that you have.
I encourage parents to enroll their children here at GCIC. Enroll now because I believe they can give the best education for your children.
As a school partner that never stops transforming, GIC will continue to provide innovative education, a never-ending mission to create a network of future global leaders, progressive thinkers, and creative innovators. Global Innovative College, transforming lives, innovative education.
Hello netizens! Hello everyone! To all our online viewers on our official social media accounts in Facebook and YouTube. I am Chef Ana Marquez, a member of the Global Innovative College under the Integrated Student Development Office, and hosting with me for this first ever G-Talks episode is our school director, Dr. Jason Bergania. Hi, Dr.
Hello. Hello, Chef Ana. Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you very much for joining us today. I think today is going to be a very packed discussion, Chef. But what is this really? Ano ba tong ginagawa natin ngayon, Chef Ana? What's
Yes, sir.
G-Talks?
It's so exciting because this is our first, like I mentioned, no, this is our first online talk show talking
Right.
about trending topics. But of course, for our first 6 episodes, we will be talking about innovative solutions to real-life pandemic challenges.
Wow, okay. And G-Talks is going to be an online show where we will also invite real-life personalities, right? Real-life people that will give their life testimonies to share some tips on how we can better cope, on how we can better thrive in these changing times. Kaya napakaganda po ng...
Yes, sir. And talking about our guests for today, so hindi rin naman tayo nagpahuli sa mga in-invite natin for our first episode. Of course, our first episode is entitled Open-Minded Ka Ba?
Wow! Parang networking, Chef Ana, ha?
Catchy, no?
Okay.
Catchy. Sana
Alright.
mag-trend. So, ito po ay attitudes for succeeding in uncertain times.
Oh, that's very timely, Chef. I'm sure a lot of people who are watching with us right now would like to know some tips. Paano ba ang tamang pag-survive o pag-cope sa mga nangyayari sa ating mga panahong ito?
And of course, later, dudugtungan natin to ng ating teaser, no? Kasi 6 episodes po ito following the innovative mindset that Global Innovative College lives by. The things that these our the lessons that we live by. And of course, now we have our guests for today, as I've
Right,
mentioned.
I'm excited, Chef.
Opo. Pinaunlakan tayo ni Miss Tumi Isabel de la Cruz. She is our highest academic achiever for this school year. Kaway-kaway naman dyan, Tumi.
Hello, Tumi.
Yeah. Hi, Tumi.
Thank you for having me po.
And thank you for saying yes to us. Okay, and another one is one of our academic leaders, the senior high school coordinator, Sir Rowie Ortiz. Hi, Sir
Hello, Sir
Rowie.
Rowie.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
All right.
And of course, Sir Director Jason, we are graced by our school president, Engineer,
Wow.
Engineer Michael S. Tan.
Welcome,
Sir
Sir
Mike.
Mike.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello,
Ayan,
Sir
Chef
Mike.
Ana, this afternoon is going to be so packed, no? Napakaganda ng lineup of guests natin. As we talk about our topic, no? Open-minded ka ba? At sabi mo nga kanina, we're going to talk about the right attitude, no? To be able to cope at this time. Ang ating mga guest ay napaka-diverse. Meron tayong estudyante, meron tayong isang school leader, and we have our school president also. Okay, sige, simulan na natin, Chef.
We will see how solution-centered, no, our guests, paano nila sinolusyonan ang ating pandemic challenges nitong nakaraang taon and until now we are still experiencing.
Yes, I'm sure, Chef Ana, there are a lot of viewers na until now, paano ba nila sosolusyonan yung mga problema na meron sila? Kaya po, tutok lang kayo, mga viewers, no? Mamaya marami tayong tips na matututunan.
Yes. Okay, so ready na po ba ang ating mga guests? Hindi naman po masyadong mahirap ang mga questions natin for today. All right, so 'di ba during the onset of this pandemic, no? Kaya anong buwan ba natin 'to na experience?
March last year, Chef.
March, no? So kasi mga Pebrero, taal pa ang nararamdaman natin.
Yes.
So during the onset of the pandemic, no, we would like to know, no, if you could share some valuable lessons and experiences you learned, no, or you already know that you took with you during the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. So let's start off with Sir Rowie.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello,
Ayan,
Sir.
actually, it's very timely, and this topic has been, though it's always like how will you deal with the pandemic and stuff like that, but the beauty of this common topic that we have is like people can get to choose. But on the student's perspective, which I actually received, it was mostly at first negative and unaccepting from the onset of the pandemic. So that is very normal and understandable. Everyone's behavior is mostly in denial of what's happening, and they are really scared and sad for the uncertain. With this crucial process of acceptance and looking for better ways to adapt and prepare for what's happening, I saw the community, especially teachers and students, that are not only adapting out of necessity, but also use the situation to capitalize problem solving as the result of being open-minded. So everyone was forced to forced to think and on different ways, and thought that the limitation in this pandemic has created the drive to think. But the effect of these things that they have actually partake was lasting and enduring for the students and even for the teachers. They have surpassed most of the challenging part, and that is actually starting or beginning something new. That's all.
Right. Right. Thank you, Sir Rowie. Alam mo, I agree with Sir Rowie, no? Sir Rowie is giving us the perspective ng mga estudyante, no? At saka ng mga teachers. Pero on a personal note, Chef Ana, totoo, nung nangangamba tayong lahat na magkakaroon ng lockdown, di ba you are really trying to crack your brain? Anong gagawin ko pag totoong nag-lockdown? Should I start, mamimili na ba ako? Mag-hoard na ba ako? Mag-i-stock na ba ako sa ref ko ng mga kakainin ko? So these are all parang you're thinking of a solution for an upcoming problem that threatens us. So I agree with what Sir Rowie said.
Yeah. And also yung when he said na parang in denial, no? However equipped we are, kasi ang training naman natin sa global talagang very proactive. But then again, as human beings, no, nag-shutdown din ang mga isipan natin, and we're trying to first deny the fact that it's really in front of us. Yun yung on the onset. Now, how about to me, as a student, nung onset nito, nung I'm sure nung canceled ang klase, natuwa muna ng saglit, ng
Well,
slide.
to be honest, yes.
Yes.
Kasi, I didn't have to commute to and from school, ganun, ganun. But I would just like to share naman a lesson that I learned. Because, the pandemic gave us a lot of time to reflect and reminisce on what happened in the past life, ganun, ganun. And I guess the most valuable lesson that I still hold on to right now is we can find joy even in the simplest things. And, even though I realized that when I was reminiscing and reflecting, I realized that although I was really happy when I achieved something great or when something really good happened to me, I was also really joyful during simple moments. And, I think it's very relevant now because, we can't really go out and we really have to find ways to cope with the pandemic. And looking for simple joys in our simple everyday lives can really, help our mental health as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what the most valuable lesson that I learned during the pandemic.
Yes, and
Nice.
that's a nice experience, no? That's a nice take on it.
Yes. Actually, maybe Tumi is not aware of this. But after we already started thinking kung paano yung gagawin natin once mag-lockdown, GIC, hindi tayo nahirapan masyado no? In preparing for the migration from the traditional face-to-face. Tapos meron na ngang mga usapan na, we will have to migrate na to online learning. Because online learning has been a common practice in GIC. Hindi tayo nahirapan, kaya tuloy-tuloy lang yung ating pag-aaral, yung ating pagse-serve ng education sa mga estudyante. And that's the beauty, I think, no? Yung alam na kagad natin yung gagawin natin, nag-iisip na tayo agad ng solution instead of parang magwawalo pa tayo dun sa problema na ayoko na, hindi na natin kaya to. But instead, we focus on finding what are the resources available for us at ano yung solution na pwede natin gawin.
Yes, exactly. And how about Sir Mike, based on the management side naman, how was it in the beginning of the pandemic?
Hi. Yeah, so at the onset, I think same for everyone. We were inundated by a lot of problems. Of course, it's a first for everyone. So we're all on the same boat too. But what really surprised me is, as of the moment, I saw more solutions than problems. So I guess that is to what Jason has been saying about perspective. It's really how you see things. You can be overwhelmed by what you see, but on a positive note, don't get overwhelmed with all the negativity, because you can't do anything about that. Diba? So I really espouse looking at it with the solution in mind.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Alam mo, Chef Anna, the reason probably why in GIC hindi tayo masyadong natakot. Actually, yung fear natin is more about the personal preparation, more than yung tungkol dun sa school. Kasi I think Sir Mike, being the person that really trained us to have this solution mindset as part of GIC culture, na-ready niya tayo, di ba? Na-ready niya yung mga tao, na ganun agad yung pag-iisip natin because of the innovation part na meron tayong culture sa school. Well, ito yung problema. So, ano yung solution? Ano yung innovation na pwede natin gawin? Kaya gusto kong tanungin si Sir Rowie. Sir Rowie, syempre, you handled our teachers. Paano ba yung naging reaction mo when we actually told you na, Sir Rowie, we have to train our teachers now to adapt to the new mode of learning? Nahirapan ba tayo? How did the teachers react?
Well, actually, sir, it sparked new learning possibilities then from us because, as a teacher, we have to continue learning. And it actually, at first, it was really I was really hesitant to try different ways, but it did not limit us to see different sides and open to try everything that will work for this virtual learning, especially different platforms. And then we tried really our best with the help of everyone through collaboration.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
totoo yan. Nagpapatotoo ko dyan kasi teacher din po ako sa global.
Oo. Yeah, yeah. I think one of the buzzwords talaga, no, at this time is the word collaboration, eh. You really need to partner with people, with institutions, with other entities. Kasi you cannot survive alone at this time. And I think that's one thing na talagang kailangan matutunan ng bawat isa, collaboration, no? Yung working with others. All right,
Yes.
Chef.
Tumi mentioned earlier na she had so many things that she's grateful for, no? You found small things, big things, no? So I'd like to know specific unforgettable experience nitong school year na you could share with us. Share
Oo,
with us.
kahit yung tipong kahit na nag-pandemic, no, parang feeling mo kulang yung makukuha mo compared sa face-to-face. Did you actually feel that, to me as a student?
Actually, yeah, because I kind of missed like the social interaction aspect of face-to-face classes. Pero there was an instance naman, there were a lot of instances that allowed me to socialize with my peers and especially my strand mates. And I guess one of the most unforgettable experience that I had was last semester. I think me and my group mates, we were on the same strand and we were doing a research paper. We were on a video call set up and then we were doing it until 6 a.m. in the morning. We were on call for I guess 7 hours. So yeah, that was really, I guess, we just have to find ways to socialize and maybe that was one of them. Yeah, it was really fun, even though it was really draining. At least I got to, at least talk to them about my problems and stuff like that. Even though we're doing a research paper, we still found time at least to interact with each other.
Nagkaroon ng ibang flavor ang research work.
Yeah.
No? And
Welcome
even
to the new normal world.
yes, exactly. So how about you, Sir Ro? Any specific experience na malamang baka common experience pa natin yan as educators na
Well,
mai-share mo sa amin?
For us as teachers, one of I think for me, the unforgettable experience is how the parents and the students actually make ends meet. No? So trying to adapt these new changes in the educational system, especially the drastic shift, was hard, but technically they succeeded because they graduated and even with flying colors.
Yes.
I believe that their goals and objectives in life are far more important than the challenges that we are facing at the moment.
Right,
May mga magulang na hindi ganun ka-open-minded. Tama ba? Would you say that nung time na yun?
Just a little bit, but it actually reflected in the students. At first it was, but when we offered what we can do to better the virtual platform or the education even even online, they're very accepting because it is for everybody.
Yeah, I think chef, because yung fear of the unknown, you don't know what's gonna happen in the coming days, no? There's uncertainty. Tapos bago ito, lahat naman talaga pag bago, medyo meron kang konting takot, no? Hindi ka basta-basta susugod. And that's why I think doon nanggagaling yung mga magulang. Now I'd like to to pose a question for Sir Mike. Sir Mike, bakit napaka-importante na ang isang tao during the time of uncertainty like the one that we have now should focus more on finding the solution instead of mag-iiyak, magmukmok, at bilangin kung ano yung problema na meron siya?
That's a hard question to answer because people are themselves, di ba? So, yeah. Before I answer that, I'll say something about one of the concerns siguro ng faculty when we started the lockdown.
Yes.
I guess one of their questions is, may sweldo pa ba?
Oh, yeah.
And
Hindi akong
everyone else.
oo dun, sir.
Yun yung unang, and on the admin side also, how do we continue operations, right? So going back to your question, so I think it's really a matter of perspective on what you choose to focus on with your limited time that you have here on this earth. We all have limited time regardless who we are, what our status is. It's how you choose to make use of that time. So I'd rather focus my time to things that the positive things.
Things that matter.
Things that will matter, things that will have meaning. Because there's a lot of things you can't control. That's one thing that this pandemic has taught all of us. We can't control everything. So focus na lang tayo dun sa things that we can, and go on with it with a really open, positive mindset going forward.
Right. Yeah, kasi sabi nga, di ba, itong pandemic is a season. It's just a season, so there will come a time na matatapos yung season na to. But how you will behave, how you will actually act, and what you will do during the season, yun yung pwedeng may impact for a lifetime. Kaya tama si Sir Mike. You have to have a really positive and solution-centered perspective sa mga panahong ito. Right.
Punta naman tayo, sir, mag-flex tayo ng konti, no? Ano naman yung mga innovative solutions na in-apply sa global? No, flex natin kasi yung iba dyan ginagawa na nga natin noon, as mentioned earlier. Pero nag-level up pa, innovative na, mas lalo pang nag-level up. So parang version 2.0. So gusto ko lang i-recall ng ating mga guests. Ano sa mga practices natin?
Let's ask Sir Rowie.
In terms of the activities that has brought impact to the students are the seminars, which they can actually relate to, and even our project-based learning, which we usually do it, big outside the school, and it can be done online because we always think that pandemic has closed doors but has opened our minds in a lot of possibilities. Yun laging iniisip natin eh. So the key sectors dito sa atin, yung mga teachers, we have realized that yung yung classroom setup is not the only and most effective way to learn and engage with the students. So yun po yung mga innovative actions that I could still remember. Well, there are a lot if I could actually, say it one by one.
In-access pa natin yung available na talaga sa iba nating partner institutions, right?
Yes. Actually, isa din sa mga bagay na ginawa natin, and I'm so sure Tumi would also agree, no? It did not stop us from yung pagpapatuloy ng partnership natin with international schools. Diba? Parang mas naging mas heightened pa nga yung experience now. Our partners from Singapore, our partners from China, lahat sila, they've been contacting us para magkaroon ng synergy at interface yung mga estudyante natin, and that made it possible para yung students ay patuloy na maka-experience ng international and global education. Diba?
And I agree. How about you, Tumi? Any innovative practices that we already did when you were in grade 11 na nag-level up nitong grade 12 during the pandemic? Anything that you could recall?
Well, yung use naman ng Google Classroom, it was really normal for us. So I guess when it came to the new normal setting of education, we were all pretty familiar with Google Classroom. But then it really heightened when online classes became, in Google Meet, Zoom. Kasi our professors, our teachers some of them used like games, Kahoot, ganon, to really make the class more engaging and interesting. So I guess that's really innovative. And of course, I agree also with Sir Rui, yung mga webinars that were held last school year, it was really like relevant for us students as well. So yeah, that's really innovative for me too.
Did you have any classmates that you had to convince na, let's join this this online club or this online event? Kasi medyo sarado isip nila na salihan ito dahil time consuming, sayang sa data. Was there ever a chance na you had to convince a friend or a classmate?
No, I think because everyone was really open-minded with, especially kasi yung mga webinars last year, they were all about mental health, and I remember there was a webinar also about gender, and it was really relevant to us. So I think everyone was also interested. Yeah, so I didn't have to really convince them to join. Yeah.
As long as timely siya, engaging, tas natutumbok niya yung need ng students. I think nandun kayo from start until finish nung webinars na kinonduct natin, no? Tama?
Alright. At saka chef, hindi tayo nabawasan ng activities. I think the same lineup of activities that we've been planning, no, every start of the school year, yun pa rin yung nangyari. We conducted our online version ng mga recollection, meron kang online version ng tatakan, lahat, kompleto pa rin, kompletos recados. Pero may tanong ako kay Sir Mike. Sir Mike, as the president ng GIC, nangamba ka ba na hindi namin kakayanin na na mag-migrate dun sa bagong requirement ng new normal? Was there a doubt in you?
Of course not. I agree
Yes,
with
yes.
I
Kinabahan ako
agree
sa
with
sagot ni Sir.
I agree with Tumi. It's really the tools are there already. It's how you use the tools. I was really surprised how the students and the faculty were using the Zoom, the Google Meets, the Google Classrooms, all the technology that we have that's available. Although hindi siya that sophisticated, it's really how you use it. I saw students do events that I never thought was possible online. No, they were having fun. They were, so ito lang yung time that we can do this once everything starts coming back with face to face. Hindi na ganun yung scenario, di ba? But that was really a showcase of how creative we can get once we open our mind and start looking at things that we have and just be creative about it.
Yes,
Doesn't need to be expensive.
I remember way back 2016, Sir Mike, you were telling us to maximize the use of Google Drive. Sinasabi niyo sa amin yun noon sa isang meeting na save everything in Google Drive. Doon nyo lahat ilagay yan kasi it's a big you can put all your files there and so much accessible. Pero ngayon dahil naging practice na namin yun way back 4 years ago, 5 years ago, naging madali na talaga lahat yung migration and all of a sudden work from home. So doon, isa po yun sa mga contribution ng ating mga preparation.
Yeah. Kasi remember, bago nagkaroon ng parang lockdown, we had a meeting and we were only planning for like a week na walang pasok. Diba? We already came up with a system, paano tayo magmo-monitor, paano tayo magra-run ng class, para lang dun sa 1 week na posibleng mawala ng pasok. Pero biglang nag-declare na tuloy-tuloy na hanggang inabot na tayo ng heto na, magdadalawang taon na tayo. But the system is already in place. Kaya tuwang-tuwa nga ako when one of our directors, di ba, talagang nire-require niya tayo to learn yung iba't ibang platforms for technology. Nandiyan yung, alamin natin, bukod sa Zoom, ano pa ba ang meron? Bukod sa G-Meet, ano pa ang meron? Meron ka pang Microsoft. Alamin mo rin yan because of course, when you know a lot, magiging flexible yung approach natin sa mga bagay.
I
Alright.
agree. It's just recalling the preparations. Yes, sir,
Yeah,
Mike.
let me comment also our learning resource center. They didn't stop because nag-lockdown tayo. They look for more online resources. No? So na-expand pa yung library natin during the time we were locked down. So,
yes, sir, that's true. Nagkaroon ng online library, no? Yung ating librarian nag-create siya ng ganong system. And on top of that, sir, nagkaroon din tayo ng online counseling program. Para naman po dun sa ating guidance office, nagkaroon siya ng online counseling program.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Kumbaga yung mga patatawag ba nating stock knowledge natin na put talaga into practice during this pandemic. And it was really a different ball game. I could say, no, kasi sa student development office po ako, it was totally a different ball game for us. Pero if we had a closed mindset, no, if we let our fears take over us, we have all the excuses to say to our director na, Sir Jas, we can't do it. Pero I'm really grateful na sa positive mindset po, sa positive perspective ng mga tao, mga both faculty and admin na nagtulungan po to make everything possible.
All right, and alam mo, Chef Ana, I do not regret bombarding you with a lot of trainings on the future of education because this is where we are now, di ba? As early as 4 years ago, we're already talking about the future of education, Generation Z, the future of learning. Kaya naman nung dumating to, hindi na tayo masyadong nahirapan. Okay?
Nung sinabi nga ni Sir Roy, I'll just bring back na parang magdi-deny ka, pero you still have to wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
take your coffee, and log in. Di ba?
Yes.
Mag-time in tayo. And yun, time in namin po kasi to our netizens, it's good morning, then in the afternoon, good afternoon. Then pag magbababay na po kami, goodbye na po yun. Ganyan.
Alright, napakadami nating natutunan
Oo,
today, Chef
marami pa
Ana,
tayo.
no? On how all of us, no, sa school natin and in our personal lives, paano nakatulong yung pagkakaroon ng solution mindset o solution-centered mindset. So before we end, we have to ask, of course, our guests for their parting words. O ano ba yung mga tips na pwede nyo pa pong ibigay sa ating mga viewers ngayon na pwede nilang mai-adapt sa kanilang mga personal lives? Let's start with Sir Rowie.
Okay, mine will be very simple. Don't be comfortable on where you are and be open to any possibilities. So pause, replenish, think, focus, and then move forward.
All right. Thank you very much, Sir Rowie. Napakaganda naman ng mga words na yun, no? Okay, let's now have next si Miss Tumi, yung ating student. Miss Tumi.
Okay, this is just a one-liner advice para madaling ma-memorize. Small progress is still progress.
Yes.
Wow, yes.
Love it.
Oo, tama, no? Small steps will lead you to bigger things. All right. Thank you very much, Tumi. And of course, Chef Ana. Kay Sir Mike tayo. Yeah. Sir Mike, ikaw naman, ano po bang maibibigay niyong tips sa ating mga viewers?
Okay. At this point of the pandemic, I see two kinds of people. People who are still thinking about the past and are still in the past, and people who have moved forward. Those are the two kinds of people. So it's up to you to decide which one do you want to be. You can still be the one that stayed, or you'll be the one that opened their minds and continue moving forward.
Right. Tama. Napakaganda naman ang binigay ni Sir Mike na yon. Kaya parang ayoko na sana matapos tong discussion na to, no? Pero bibitinin natin yung mga viewers natin, Chef Ana, kasi next episode, ano nga yung pag-uusapan naman natin? Connected din dito, right?
Na-mention nga po kanina yung isa sa mga, para naging teaser, no? So, ang susunod nating episode will be titled Para-Paraan Lang, Still Attitudes for Succeeding in Uncertain Times. And our guest will be Miss Nicole Zulweta, our Learning Resource Center Officer. She'll be sharing with us how she did the virtual library. We'll be joined by a parent and one of our academic leaders po. And of course, Sir Mike. That is...
Ayan, syempre, no? Para-paraan lang ang title ng ating next episode. So malalaman po natin next episode, ano ba yung mga para-paraan na yan? At meron tayong invited guest na parent, no? So coming from the perspective and real life experience ng isang parent, paano niya tinataguyod ang kanyang pamilya sa mga panahong ito.
All right. So now we're done with the first part of our program, which was the interview portion. It's now time to take in questions from our Facebook page, Sir Jazz.
Yes,
actually,
Chef
Ana. While we were conducting
medyo madaming mga questions yung pumasok sa atin, no?
Yes.
Kaya sige.
Exciting. Let me put in the first question. No? It came from one of the early birds na nag-log in sa ating streaming on Facebook. Hello to Mr. Gus Abela. Hello. The question he gave us is, okay, just now, he is chatting with a former classmate in high school who is a regional manager for an international fried chicken franchise. He told us that with the recent announcement of the lockdown in Manila, many of his branches will most likely incur loss because of spoilage. What advice would you have for him? I think it's coming from a place na parang umulit tayo, no?
Yeah.
A lockdown. I think it's this August 6, no? This August 6. So, very timely yung tanong ni Mr. Abela. So, I'll place this question to our president, no, Sir Mike.
Yes.
Sir Mike, Alright.
Yes, Sir Mike, ano bang magandang sagot dun sa question na yon? I think this is a common problem that may happen again, no? Kapag ka nag-lockdown na naman, mga restaurants at saka yung mga food-related businesses na yan, yun yung isa sa mga concerns. Ano ba ang pwede nating tips, sir, na maibigay?
Okay. All right. So that was a good question, and I think that's a business question also.
Yes.
And it's not a. I think everyone in business has the same questions. Parang umulit na naman tayo. Ayun na, nagkala natin. We're all on the way to opening. And here it comes again. 2-week lockdown again. I guess what I can share there, because I don't know their specific business, but generally as a principle, because of all these uncertain times, businesses should be able to think about hedging.
Yeah.
So depende dun sa risk ng owners, and they prepare and they take a look at what happened in the past and what's happening all around us also. I think the Philippines is always medyo slow tayo, but we follow. But for me now, that's an advantage because nakikita na natin yung warning signs galing sa ibang countries. So we don't make that mistake. So my advice there is really take a look at really what's happening. Have a pulse talaga on what's happening, not just in our country, but beyond.
Yeah. Thank you, Sir Mike. At saka Chef Ana, I think dahil nangyari na nga ito in the past, at marami naman talagang mga restaurant businesses yung nag-adapt din using digital technology. Hindi ba? Nag-ano rin sila nag-migrate din sila, nag-offer pa rin sila ng mga services with free delivery pa nga, no? Naging uso yan, naging trend yan sa mga food businesses. Okay.
All right. Okay, I hope that answered your question, Mr. Abela. And earlier, we already received questions in our messenger account, in our official messenger account. And I'd like to read one of the first questions that came in. What skill do you need to be open-minded? So let's pose that question to Sir Rowie.
Oo nga.
Yeah, what skill do you need
ang kailangang meron, to be open-minded? Sir Rowie, ikaw muna. And then I'll ask Sir Mike then about that question.
Hi, good afternoon. And the first thing that comes into my mind is that you have to accept first where you are and what you are experiencing. You have to acknowledge that, because you will not be able to be open-minded if you're not actually acknowledging what's happening. So that's the first skill that you have to have, accepting what's happening and where you are at the moment. So, and then the second one is that the skill that you need to have to be open-minded is that you learn to be unbiased or non-judgmental. You have to see things in a different ways. Just because you have a different view doesn't mean like you are always correct or that side is also correct. So you need not to be biased all the time. So that's it.
All right, thank you, Sir Rowie. Sir Mike, ano ba ang skill na dapat meron para magkaroon ng open-mindedness, no? Maging open-minded tayo.
Yeah, so magandang answers yung binigay ni Sir Rowie. He started it off. Acceptance, and then you need to the skill that I wanted to add to that is listening. That after all na sinabi ni Rowie, a sign of an open mind is if they listen. Hindi sa sarili lang nila, but you really listen. You take the pulse of the market, the students, the parents, and all that. So listening is the skill.
Yeah, I agree, no? Talagang napaka-importante that we should learn how to listen. Kasi maraming mga tao, no, they just hear, but they don't listen. And I think listening is a totally different thing. It involves really yung mag-isip ka. Hindi ba? Nakikinig ka pero nag-iisip ka at iniuunawa mo kung ano yung naririnig mo. Because that will actually help you clear out the clouds sa iyong idea, sa iyong thoughts, no? Para makapag-isip ka ng maayos. Yeah, tama. Thank you very much for that tip, Sir Mike. May question pa ba tayo?
Yes, sir. Actually, one of our netizens commented on the question of our viewer Gus Abela. He said, "I think this lockdown will again open new doors and opportunities for all of us. Focus more, and the solution shall follow." That is from Ramon. So,
Yeah.
hello po. Thank you for tuning in to our live
Yes.
streaming of this.
Tama yung sinabi niya, Chef Ana. I think hindi man explicitly binanggit, no? It is innovation that he is trying to point out. Yung pagkakaroon ng innovative mindset, that will give you the solution. Kasi ngayon nga, ito yung nangyayari. So how are you going to be more creative and think of ways on how to do something else dun sa mga bagay na hindi na pwedeng gawin ngayon?
Yes, and I agree to that 100%.
Hey.
Can we take one more question? Okay,
Yes.
ba ang ating...
Meron pa yata isang tanong sa sa FB chats.
Alright.
May nakita pa ako.
One more question from FB chat. Okay. Here's one question from Messenger muna po, sir, kasi it's not coming in yet, the questions from FB chat sa end ko. Alright. Was there ever a time, for all of us po itong question na to, when you felt like giving up? And how did you overcome that feeling? So it's normal to feel, to be overwhelmed, to have feelings of parang tired ka na talaga. But how did we lift ourselves up? Paano? Who would like to answer first?
So Rowie, would you like to answer first?
Yes. Okay. Actually, it's part of the problem like that we are dealing at the moment. Yes, is the stress. And I thought at first, what's going to happen to me, about our future, about the school, about the world, etc., etc. And there were also the time that I was, thinking about saying bad things about the government, how we handle these things. But actually, it's only at first because, acceptance is really hard. At first, it's always a denial. But at first, I always have to address the elephant in the room, which is the pandemic. Because if you don't address it, like there's a fear, hindi mo mapaprocess kung ano talaga yung nangyayari. So acceptance is actually hard, but I have to deal with it into a process. And I tried to compose myself and tried to pause and check how I should deal with this one. But luckily, I was able to create a mental health plan for myself that I could share with the people around me, that I can manage and respond to what's happening.
Alright, that's a good.
All right, thank you, Sir Rowie. Sir Mike, would you like to add to that answer?
Yeah. So ako nag-give up na din talaga ako. Nag-give up ako ng K-drama dong. Sobrahan yata ako. Parang that's how I watch the K-drama from net. So now seriously, but how I cope there is, I think all of us goes through stages. So I think all of us felt sad, some really disappointed, some had harder feelings than others. But I think the important thing is, how do you cope? For me personally, it was a lot of support from church, spiritual family, and of course my family. Nagkaroon nga kami ng, for the first time, a Viber group for the entire parang ganon. Yung isang side ng ng dad ko, lahat got together in a Viber group.
That's nice.
For the first time.
Oh, nice.
So everyone was supporting each other there.
Yes. That's why the pandemic is not at all bad, di ba? There are really beautiful things that actually happen, and it's the pandemic that paved the way for those beautiful things to happen.
Mas naging connected ang families actually.
Yes, yes.
Nagti-TikTok ang family members together.
Kaya sabi ko, di ba, in the beginning of this episode, sabi ko, this pandemic is only a season, meaning it will come to an end at a certain time. Pero how are we going to to view it, and what are we going to do during this time that may affect our life. 'Di ba? Kaya dapat we have to be very crucial and very critical on how are we going to make use of this time na meron tayo ngayon. All right. Yes, Chef, meron pa ba?
Meron lang pong more of a compliment from the viewers po na we could be a template for a digital, our institution can be a template for a digital economy. That's actually a compliment, no? Ang ganda naman ng
Yeah,
sinabi niya. But yes, I think one way that companies right now can survive another ECQ is to see the best practices done by the industry. So tayo po, marami po tayong na-share na best practices natin dito sa very short talk na ginawa natin.
Yeah, I agree with that comment. No, with everything that we have done to actually cope and to still continue to thrive at this time, I think yes, we can be a good a good institution to be a template, no, para dito sa digital economy na maraming uncertainty. Sabi nga, it's VUCA, di ba? It's volatile, it's uncertain, it's complex, and it's ambiguous. And I think at GIC we were able to address all that, okay, through innovation and creativity. Yeah, maraming salamat po doon sa inyong comment na ibinigay sa amin.
We are honored. And so with that, I think that's the end of the Q&A from our netizens. We'd like to inform everyone lang na hindi po ito ang hangganan ng ating pag-uusap. As we mentioned earlier, yes, sir. It's 6 episodes, no, of Attitudes for Succeeding in Uncertain Times. We will share with you all the innovative mindset that Global Innovative College believes and it lives by, no. And the next episode, as shown in the screen, is Para-Paraan Lang.
Yes. This is going to be when? When are we going to have this one?
Yes, sir. Sorry hindi po yan date na yan. Kasi maraming beses po kami na, dahil nagbagyo, di ba po? Maraming beses kami na, naantala. But our next episode will be aired on August 13. That's again a Friday. So, watch nyo po kami sa aming official Facebook page at sa aming YouTube channel.
Okay, so join us again on August 13 para po sa second episode ng The G Talks. At ito po'y pag-uusapan natin ang mga para-paraan on how we can continue to survive and thrive at this uncertain time.
Yes. And also because we'd like to promote our programs in our school. We are a college, yes. We have the weekend professional school. And we also have senior high school. We have the virtual senior high school, and we have the homeschool for senior high school as well.
Yes. So and enrollment is ongoing, Chef Anna, right?
Yes, enrollment is ongoing. Our college programs, we have hospitality management, we have tourism management, then we have business administration.
All right. And if you would like to know more about these programs, feel free to comment or message us via our page. It's Global City Innovative College, and we will be happy to help you and assist you as you join us and be a #Ibang Classes student.
Yes, so with that, we're so honored and we're so blessed na binigyan po tayo ng mga very open-minded na guests, no? From our President, Engineer Mike Tan. Then we had Tumi Isabel de la Cruz, our highest academic honor student this school year. And of course, one of our very trustworthy and very commendable academic leader, Sir Rowie Ortiz. Maraming salamat po. Pinaunlakan nyo kami today. And of course, our viewers, netizens, nako, continue supporting us, continue being with us. Throughout this series, marami po tayong mapupulot dito sa aming The G Talks.
And please stand by as we upload this to our YouTube channel as well. Pwede nyo pa pong mapanood ang episode na ito. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye. Salamat.
See you next episode.